This segment is sponsored by Richmond Symphony.
During these upside down times, an organization that's used to being in close proximity and performing for extremely large groups, the Richmond Symphony. And of course, things have evolved quite a bit. I'm delighted to be joined today by Susie Yim and Magda Ademic. They're talking a little bit about a summer concert series on the horizon. This is really exciting. Thank you so much for making time for us.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
It's incredible. The summer recital series happens each year, but for the first time, it will be offered online and socially distanced in person. How does a concert series like this translate into an online experience? You've been rehearsing, you've seen how this is coming together. How does it translate?
I can start. It's definitely going to be different. We all miss the actual in-person experience, but I've been telling myself it is what it is, and I think we as humans are capable of amazing things when there's pressure. So I think the Richmond Symphony has done a really great job, of course with collaboration with Virginia Commonwealth University and Richmond University of Richmond. I think they made all the possible to make this collaboration a little bit more interesting, even though we are so isolated. First of all, there will be viewing parties, so everyone will be able to access the concert on a special site and from the smartphone, from smart TV, from their laptops. The ticket holders can actually log in on the website and upon typing a password, they can view the concert. There will be a chat available, as far as I know. There will be available chat between Richmond Symphony member and the audience. So that's really cool.
It really is incredible that there's this opportunity. And Magda, just as you suggest, not only is this an opportunity now to be able to enjoy it, but you're almost creating this interactive experience that's never been experienced before. Susie, this is really exciting. Why dedicate this entire 6 series of concerts to Beethoven? That's the chosen performer.
Well, first of all, there's just simply a lot of music, good music to play from Beethoven. I mean, just violin sonatas alone, there are 10 of them. And I believe audience is going to hear, I think maybe 5 of them during the summer. And to celebrate the 250th birth year of Beethoven is great because, you know, we normally celebrate and honor composers all the time. Beethoven being such a monumental figure and throughout the classical music history is one of the very few composers that I can think of whose music can really touch people of all ages and across generations. I think the core of it is that he can so artfully convey what it means to be human and what we strive for every single day. And so, especially when we know that he has to overcome a lot of adversities in his life, especially with his deafness. But no matter how melancholy his music is, at the end of it, you always come away feeling a sense of triumph and thankfulness and also hope.
And that begs the comparison to our present circumstances, overcoming adversity and looking for that message of hope. You know, as we embark on this journey with the Richmond Symphony and this concert series, I'm curious what it's been like for both of you to have been practicing during these times, to have experienced the things that you have as an orchestra member during social distancing.
As an orchestra member, I think socially distancing makes me realize and appreciate the bond I have with my colleagues more than ever. We're not just usually when we sit together and play on stage, it's not just we're sitting physically next to each other. There's so much communication and camaraderie that goes on, and I really miss creating something with them that is so present and so spontaneous. And I feel like being part of that community right now, it makes me feel supported.
Yeah, it'll be wonderful to have everybody together, even though it may be in a different way. So Magda, I have a question for you. You have a recommendation for perhaps a snack when we're enjoying the concert series at home, and potentially even a suggested beverage of choice.
I've been thinking about the snack, and Beethoven music is so spicy in many ways. It's so unpredictable, and it takes the audience all in those different places, from sudden outbursts to the points of, as Susie said, melancholy and peacefulness, sadness, and immediately joy. So I immediately thought of chocolate with a little bit of chili.
That's what I thought too.
That probably, if young audience will be watching, probably crunchy chips, but maybe not too crunchy, so they don't cover the salt.
Well, it's incredible to see this coming together. Kudos to the entire team with Richmond Symphony for bringing this, because we're all hungry for some inspiration and these kinds of unique experiences. Thank you both for making time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And now, heretofore, I will never think of Beethoven again other than very spicy music. We'll be sure to share the link so that you can learn more about this concert series from Richmond Symphony. That'll be on WTVR.com/VTM.
Richmond Symphony Summer Series concerts are scheduled, and they're doing great this summer, and we hope you will definitely enjoy them. They are every Thursday, 6:30 p.m. from July 9th through August 13th. For more information, visit richmondsymphony.com. All right, so Jessica, it's time now for a special music presentation. This is Ronald Crutcher on cello and Joanne Kong on piano. So enjoy this. great.
Wow.
All right, folks, the Richmond Symphony concert series are every Thursday, and that's at 6:30 p.m. from July 9th through August 13th. All right, so Jess, I got a question for you. So you did that interview with the ladies from the symphony, and it went all over the place.
Yes.
From food to eat to all these different things. So a chocolate and maybe a jalapeno in one hand and a chocolate in the other for Beethoven.
That's
and
right.
The other, yeah, so that's one part of it. So they were talking about, you asked a question about why Beethoven, and I'm thinking, it's a greatest hits show.
Yeah. Well, it was incredible in having the conversation with them because, and I was so surprised, but how many times has this happened to us? These days, you're meeting people for the first time in Zoom or virtually in some of these conversations and experiences. So here's a little behind the scenes nugget. Those two musicians had not met in person, certainly not virtually. They hadn't been introduced yet. So isn't that incredible to think that you've got this amazing organization doing this outstanding work in spite of the whole team not having necessarily met each other yet? I mean, I just think it's phenomenal. So yeah, then to think like, well, we talked about chocolate. We talked about the meaning of Beethoven. Oh, by the way, it's 250th anniversary. I mean, it was a great conversation. So concert really sounds good.
That. All right, so one of the perks of our jobs is that from time to time we get to MC events like the symphony. And I don't know if you have, but I've had on, I think, 4 occasions in the summertime when they're into that big tent, you know, when they actually went out and did stuff, to be on stage, introduce the symphony, and then walk out of the way, but still be over in the sidelines on the stage when they start playing. Wow. I mean, you talk about feeling something, the power that comes out of there. And I bet the virtual is almost as good because, you know, you can plug it in. Maybe your husband's very tech savvy, plug it into a big sound system and play the virtual on a huge stereo, get the same effect.
I think so too. These days with the screen mirroring, right? We'll just activate that. You can have it like as a shining beacon in the house or watch it on a mobile device or regular TV, whatever strikes your fancy. You're right. I've emceed twice under the big tent, and it's almost as though their talent just like carries you out of their way so they can continue doing their magic. It's just a sight to behold and a sound to behold.
It's hard to describe that emotion that comes off of that stage when you see them live, and hopefully we'll get back to that. But this is a pretty darn good substitute right here with that they're doing.
Absolutely. Well, the Richmond Symphony Summer Series concerts are coming up every Thursday from 6:30 p.m. On July 9th through August 13th. For all the information, visit richmondsymphony.com.
Virginia This Morning returns right after a real quick break. Stick around.